what do we have here? Man, my sinuses are bad. Opening up a box from ECS. Surprise, surprise. Uh-oh. What could it be? The suspense is killing all of us. Ooh. I think just put bubble wrap on top. You guys can tell what these are. We got a whole new box of... Oh, come on. Food in there. Oh, yeah. Ooh. New coils from ECS. I don't know if you can see that. These are the upgraded models. Yes. Okay. Tune-up complete. What's up? What's up, everybody? Today we're about to change the coils. Tools you're going to need: 10mm socket and extension for the coolant reservoir. Magnetic pan or anything that could hold those little screws that are in there. This is a T27 Torx and a flat screwdriver. And you're going to need a set of coils. Okay. Put this back in the box for now. And a set of gloves so you don't get your motor dirty. Okay, your first step is you are going to remove the two 10mm nuts that are holding on your coolant reservoir. You're going to need to swing it out of the way to pull the driver's side coils out. And really that's it. On the opposite side, you're going to have to pull your intake tubing, two 10mm bolts in there. Not going to need this. Then you could just lift it up and swing her over. Okay, there's two screws in the top. I don't know if you could see those down. Let's see if I can move this up out of the way a little bit. They're holding on your wiring harness down here. I don't know how much of those you could see. But let's take your Torx. Oh, come on. Yeah, if you don't pull that tank out of the way, it's going to be a pain in the keister. They shouldn't be too tight. You get them loose enough to where you can just get your fingers on there and take them out. If you're clumsy, go ahead and get yourself a extendable magnet. Let me see if I could set this camera up in a way you guys could actually see what I'm doing here without... God, this should be easier. That should be easier. Okay. I'm probably going to wind up having to move this thing again. Yep, okay. So what you're going to be doing is that long red wiring harness. Keep taking these little screws out that hold it to the valve cover. Like I said, these are T27s. Good thing the camera's not on me because I'm already sweating my brains out here, and it's hot in Arizona already. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Another tool here. As you can see, this is going to be for popping your coils out. So once you get those, take your screwdriver on these little tabs. You can hear them click. You don't want to pull on them too hard. Just enough to make them click, because then really all you're going to do is wiggle them and push them, and then they pop right out like that. Get them clear. Then I take my little tool and gently pry these up. And wiggle them and pry them. So much easier when I'm standing in front of the car. I can't get it under. So just pry them, wiggle them, and they come out. Old. I'll show you the new ones. You can see the difference between the old and the new. It's got this thermoelectric coating on there. I guess it helps to keep them from grounding and, you know, losing spark out of the side. You can see these, which I think they're OEM. These are obviously not designed a tad bit different. But these are also the upgraded versions. So, take those, set them over there. And then number 2. It doesn't require a lot of pressure to get these to come up. Like I said, you want to give them a little wiggle as you're, you know, pulling up on them. There's a tool that grabs them, I think. This is a pain in the butt. This water bottle just gets in the way. And this one I'm going to pry from the opposite side just for room reasons. And number 3. Got those up and out of the way. Coil number 1. You notice these little slots on each side. You'll notice the slots on your valve cover as well. And they already come with a little dielectric grease inside there to help with corrosion. And the new ones just slide back into place, or slide back over the plug. Make sure you get your wiring harness out of the way, otherwise it won't push down. I'm sweating my cojones off. And then you'll feel them once they seat all the way down on the inside of there. Coil number 3. 3 to go. And again, just make sure your wiring harness is pulled, you know, down out of the way. And then once you have them fitted in there, this wiring harness is probably one of the simplest ones I have ever seen. That hard cover that's on there really makes them, you actually install all 3 clips at the same exact time. So what you do is just line it back up and find yourself a spot to push. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, and I lost it. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know what's up with the phone. But what I was saying was, just want to line those coils, line the wiring harness up with the plug coils, and just slide them, snap them back into place. You do all 3 of them at the same time. And then you'll hear a little click. Well, you should. I guess sometimes you don't. It depends on how close you got them to it. Then go ahead and install your little screws back in the wiring harness that bolts it to the valve cover. Alright, I will spare you the easy side, which this is the harder side of them both, and the only reason it's harder is because of the reservoir tank. But basically, that's it. Put your 2 little screws back in, put your 10mm bolts to tie your coolant tank back to the frame, and then go ahead and work on the passenger side, which is easy. For me, I'm gonna have to remove my shield, my intake tube, and this just swings out of the way just to get all those out. Really, the only reason I have to take off the tube is to get to that back coil, but you know, it just makes it easier and quicker. Alright, that's how to install coils on a 2010 Audi B8. I would expect they're pretty all similar, so easy job, doesn't take that long, maybe 15 minutes. Alright guys, be good, be safe, keep on upgrading. Alright, as you can see, they are all in place. Yeah, literally, after I shut the camera off, I mean, it took me about another 5-6 minutes. Like I said, I had to take off my intake tube just to get to that rear one. And that's it. Plus, it makes it easier with it out of the way. But there you go. And again, these are the upgraded ones through ECS. I think, I'm not mistaken, I think all of them share the same capacities with the R8, but these were upgraded. I can't remember the specifics on them, so, but nevertheless, there you go, nice and bright and red again. Not that the other ones weren't, but I did have one with a split in it. I didn't ohm it. To me, they look kind of original. Maybe not original, but they were definitely older. So like I said, one had a little crack in the top of it. So I just decided to replace all of them. So yeah, that's it. That's how to upgrade your 6 coils on your Audi B8. This is the obviously S4, but I think the coils are going to be the same as far as putting them in. Same wiring harness. Some of you guys may only have the one wiring harness on one side, but it's the same setup. So, alright, hope this helped you out. And that's it. Alright guys, take care.